Okay, and now just back from that diversion to look at the 00 section. This is more just getting back into like my thoughts about this. So I had this like understanding the assignment reading, and this is this theory that looking at profile and incarnation cross really give you kind of that core of what you're here to do. And this is more of just my own thoughts about how do you know what God, the source, universe wants for you. You get in tune with what you really want, not what your parents want for you or from you, not what your partner, children, or friends want either. This is the process of deconditioning, shedding all of the rules, that's the bullshit rules that you have internalized, and all the milestones that society's given you, and to strip away everything to who you are. What do you want to create? What do you want to be remembered for? At the very core of yourself, deep down, you know the truth and you are God. So, um, oh, here's just a note on God. I had to pick a word. These are some of these are just like chunks of text that I might go in a book eventually. This is like a note on using the word God, right? I'm not referring to Yahweh because he has a name. I'm referring to intelligent infinity, the thing underlying everything. Um, Next section here is about variables. So these are like the arrows on your chart. And I don't go into those in embodying your design because there wasn't time, but I have given a workshop on it and I will probably teach on it again in the future. Zen Human Design does not use variables, but it, based on my own like gut compass of was this included in the original revelation or was this added later, I think that it was part of the original revelation because there's just way too much detail in it that is empowering. And I think it just kind of got glossed over and didn't get taught until later. So yeah, I gave a presentation on it to a small group at the beginning of the year, and so this 2559A is like my notes from that, and then all of the actual section of the variable. This one is out of order, 2559/7. But it probably got moved around so that I would could find it when I was doing it. And yeah, these cards are all just literally just information, just like what is the environment variable, what is the perspective variable, motivation, all the different versions of that. So yeah, that's just a bunch of like facts, which isn't the best use of the AntiNet, but it's also like not the worst to have it in there. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, and this is another book that probably isn't going to happen. That started, and maybe it will. Won't happen in this format, right? Because follow your strategy and authority. LLLOL. Yeah. I was thinking that this book could be something like, it could be like your missing instruction manual. But that's a really big book, right? So yeah. Yeah, so this is all this is interesting. Embodying your genius. Number 1, the future is ours to write. 2, you are the only you. 3, you are God. 4, what will you create? That's fun. I might throw that in my chaos box. So that is the other thing that I haven't shown, and I'll put that in another section because that's probably more broadly interesting. Yeah, having some acknowledgments for my books. What is the point of this life anyway? CF 2305/1. I haven't gone through a lot of these cards in a while, so that's kind of fun. Yeah, this was going to be intro to a book. And I've used some of these in some of my existing publications. Time Space is a favorite. Let's see. Did I accidentally start recording into the middle of a script or no? Okay. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing with Descript. Yeah, so explaining time space. Disclaimer on I'm not telling you who to be. Fun little introduction. So you're telling me this creepy old Canadian guy partying too hard in Ibiza had a bad trip, ended up channeling an alien that gave him his entire system, holy form that claims to tell us who we are and why we are. Yeah, some fun like madness for human design. More blurbs, more just like copy and stuff. Warning may cause empowerment. That's cute. Yeah, so I think that is the. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is different. That was that book, and then this is kind of the start of the start of the Guide to Gates section. This is the system for tracking the card, like using the popsicle sticks, like I mentioned earlier, but I don't actually do that anymore, and it was a pain in the butt. So I just use the body graph, which is already included in the course. Okay, so I'm just going to put these all back in here. And fight the cards and make them stand up. Like that. So yeah, that's the human design section of my note card box. Oh, that's fun. I have these cute little cards for the Greek gods, and I threw them in. Hermes got taped to his own card, but none of the rest of them did yet. Yeah, there's a card on Yahweh. Who is he? There's a card on Jesus. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here. Information from the raw material on how many planets have life in our galaxy. That's pretty interesting. There was an interesting one in here that I wanted to show. I think it is right here. Yeah, the belief loop. So this is for anybody who is trying to overcome a scientific worldview. The first step is to just choose to believe. And then you witness evidence, you trust the evidence as fact, you believe even more, you increase your magical power, and you repeat. So that's kind of a cool framework. Got from another old teacher who I think is now married to a trad wife. So that's fun. And yeah, that's I think that's that for this section.